Let me tell you about the most fun trail run that I've ever done. It was in the Enchantment mountain range in the Central Cascades, and the Enchantments saw 100,000 visitors in 2019. And the traverse is really popular. It's 24 miles going from Stuart Lake's Trailhead all the way to Snowcreek Lakes. So I want to tell you about our experience, the best time of year to go, what to bring, and the best logistical tips that I've learned. So our goal was to have fun in the mountains. I've done a lot of long trail runs. I ran around Mount Hood, which was mostly suffering. I've climbed a lot of tall mountains, a lot of suffering.
What? Rock, Jonah. There's a little one.
But our goal here was to have a pleasant adventure. One other challenge in the mix was a bunch of wildfire smoke that was traveling north. So we had a small window to go have a fun adventure. And so I asked around, and my friend Dakota heavily endorsed the Enchantments Traverse. And his advice was to go very light, take as few things as we could. He told me the extra special feature of this run is that you get 2,000 feet of descent from start to finish. We plan to do this in mid-September on a Friday. I definitely advise doing it in September, even though October has more fall colors. All the larches will have changed. September is less crowded. I was there once in October at 5 a.m. and the parking lot was full. There were cars along the road for a mile. This is the horse Ford. It's actually the long lost son of Harrison Ford. What to bring? I would suggest the biggest thing is a filtration device. Don't take a bunch of water, take the small light water filtration solution. I once hiked all the way to Colchuck Lake with a gallon of water, which was a terrible idea. And there's water right there, the lake. It was really absurd and very tiring. So came from there, we're gonna go up this. Also be sure to take as little as possible up Asgard Pass. You gotta bring your snacks with you, but maybe dump your water halfway up because there's a lot of streams and everything on the top. Another trick I really enjoyed is to take electrolyte tabs. And one thing I like to do is have a little water bottle with the tabs in it, so it's highly concentrated. Also, secret, the tabs with caffeine are legit. We're doing it. For me, I also need to eat a snack every hour. It's just a rule of thumb I go by. Sometimes it's half of a bar, sometimes it's a full sandwich. But if I eat every hour, it makes sure that I'm consuming stuff. I don't bonk, I don't run out of energy. I relearn this lesson almost every year. But it really helps if I just say, oh, it's a new hour, gotta eat another snack. We're looking. Pew, 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 pew. It's a nuisance to get back around to the Stuart Lakes Trailhead. So if you have a friend that can shuttle you, that's the best. And we had friends camping at Snow Lake who were hiking out around the same time as us that were gonna give us a ride. It was a little bit of a race against the clock to get out around the same time as them, also because the smoke was coming in from the south. So big forest fires in September 2020 made this very small window to climb. As we were going along, we saw a lot of really nice views. We saw Prusik Peak, which is one of my favorite peaks in the Enchantments, actually in all of the Cascades.
Jenna, that's Prusik Peak. I climbed the line on the right, up that like right buttress.
We were sort of on this time crunch. And when we finally just said, hey, let's stop, take our time and eat lunch, that really helped energize us and keep us motivated. So that was a really good call. And then from there, we just cruised downhill from Snow Lakes all the way to the trailhead in the parking lot, past an awesome gushing waterfall and some really nice views along the way.
Jenna, we did it. We're at the bridge, and then maybe we have beers over there.
And one thing we had done is we stashed beers at the end and camp chairs, just in case our friends were lured away by beers and a shower. I was really happy to see the beers were still there and the creek was flowing. We had a really refreshing dip. Drank down a beer real quick and then our friends picked us up. It was a super satisfying adventure. I would give it 3 stars out of 3. And the only tip I have for future me is to take more yummy snacks and maybe take a real camera. I'm not trying to set any records. If you're trying to set the fastest known time on the Enchantments Traverse, good luck, and also stop watching videos. You need to be training. All right, I definitely endorse this, so check it out.
Doesn't know what to make of it. All these people walking through his lake.